Hello students, in earlier classes we studied about the concept of probability as a measure of uncertainty of various phenomena. We have obtained the probability of getting an even number in throwing a die as 3 by 6, that is 1 by 2. Here the total possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There are 6 in number. The outcome in favor of the event of getting an even number are 2, 4, 6, that is 3 in number. The outcome in favor of getting an odd number, which is 1, 3, 5, that is 3 in number. In general, to obtain the probability of an event, we find the ratio of the number of outcomes favorable to the event to the total number of equally likely outcomes. That is the ratio of number of outcomes by total number of equally likely outcomes. This theory of probability is known as classical theory of probability. Let's see what is a random experiment. In our day-to-day life, we perform many activities which have a fixed result no matter any number of times they are repeated. For example, given any triangle without knowing the three angles, we can definitely say that the sum of the measures of angle is 180 degree. We also perform many experimental activities where the result may not be same. When they are repeated under identical conditions, for example, when a coin is tossed, it may turn up a head or a tail, but we are not sure which one of these results will actually be obtained. Such experiments are called random experiment. An experiment is called random experiment if it satisfies the following two conditions. It has more than one possible outcome and it is not possible to predict the outcome in advance. Let's see what is the outcome and sample space. A possible result of a random experiment is called its outcome. Consider the experiment of rolling a die. The outcome of this experiment are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. If you are interested in the number of dots on the upper face of the die, the set of outcomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is called the sample space of the experiment. Thus, the set of all possible outcomes of a random experiment is called the sample space associated with the experiment, and it is denoted by S. Each element of the sample space is called a sample point. In other words, each outcome of the random experiment is also called sample point. Let's see some exercise problems. We have to describe the sample space for the indicated experiment. So first one, a coin is tossed 3 times. A coin has two faces, head and tail. When a coin is tossed 3 times, the total number of possible outcomes is 2 power 3, which is 8. Thus, when a coin is tossed 3 times, the sample space is given by S equal to triple H, HHT, HTH, HTT, THH, THT, TTH and triple T. So we have 8 outcomes. Then second one, a die is thrown 2 times. When a die is thrown, the possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. When a die is thrown 2 times, the sample space is given by S equal to x comma y, xy which is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The number of elements in this sample space is 6 into 6, which is 36, and the sample space is given by S equal to 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. Like that we get 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3 till we have 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6. So total number of elements in the sample space is 6 into 6, which is 36. Third one, a coin is tossed 4 times. When a coin is tossed 4 times, there are 2 possible outcomes, head and tail. So when a coin is tossed 4 times, the total number of possible outcomes is 2 power 4, which is 16. So when a coin is tossed 4 times, sample space is given by HHHH, triple HT, like that we get TT. So we get totally 16 number of possible outcomes. Then fourth one, a coin is tossed and a die is thrown. A coin has 2 faces, head and tail, and a die has thrown, so it gets 6 faces which are numbered from 1 to 6 with one number on each face. Thus, when a coin is tossed and a die is thrown simultaneously, then the sample space is given by S equal to H1, H2 till H6 and T1, T2 till T6. Then fifth one, a coin is tossed and a die is rolled only in case a head is shown on the coin. A coin has two faces, head and tail. Die has 6 faces which are numbered like 1 to 6 with one number on each face. Here the given question is coin is tossed, die is rolled once. In case a head is shown on the coin. If head is shown, then you have to throw a die. So the sample space is given by H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6 and we get another sample space which is T. Only we get a head in a coin. In that case we have to roll a die. So we have got H1, H2, H3 till H6. If tail comes, so no need to roll a die. So we get a sample spaces H1 to H6 and T. So seventh one die of red color and one of white color and one of blue color are placed in a bag. One die is selected at random and rolled. Its color and number on its uppermost face is noted. So a die has 6 faces which are numbered from 1 to 6 with one number on each face. Let us denote the red, white and blue dice as R, W and B respectively. When a die is selected and then rolled, the sample space is given by S equal to R1 to R6, W1 to W6 and B1 to B6. So for each color we are throwing a die. So we get the sample spaces red color with 1 to 6 and white color with 1 to 6 and blue color with 1 to 6. An experiment consists of recording boy-girl composition of families with 2 children. What is the sample space if you are interested in knowing whether it is a boy or girl in order of the birth? So sample space if you are interested in the numbers of girls in the family. So the first option is a boy or a girl in the order of the birth. So when the order of the birth of a girl or a boy is considered, then the sample space is given by the first one is girl and the second one is girl. First one is boy, second one is boy, or first one is girl, second one is boy, first one is boy and second one is girl. So GG, GB, BG and BB. And the second one is, since the maximum number of children in each family is 2, a family can either have 2 girls or 1 girl or no girl. Hence the required sample space is 0, 0 it represents no girl, and 1 which represents 1 girl, and 2 represents 2 girls. So 0, 1 and 2. Ninth one, a box contains 1 red and 3 identical white balls. 2 balls are drawn at random in succession without replacement. You have to write the sample space for this experiment. It is given that the box contains 1 red ball and 3 identical white balls. Let us denote the red ball with R and a white ball with W. When 2 balls are drawn at random without replacement, the sample space is given by RW, WR and WW. Here we have to select 2 balls. It may be any colors. So it could be 2 white balls, or first white, second red, or first red, second white. So we get a sample space as RW, WR and WW. Here R represents the red colors and W represents the white balls. Then the 10th one, an experiment consists of tossing a coin and then throwing it second time if a head occurs. If the head occurs, we have to throw it to a second time. If the tail occurs on the first toss, then a die is rolled once. We have to write the sample space. If a coin tossed, if head comes, we need to throw the coin for the second time. If a tail occurs on the first toss, we have to throw a die on the second toss. So a coin has 2 faces, head and tail, and a die has 6 faces numbered from 1 to 6. Here sample space is given by HH. Here on the first toss we get H. So we have to throw it again. So we can get either H or T. So we have sample space HH and HT. When we get a tail on the first toss, we have to throw a die. So we have 6 numbers on a die from 1 to 6. So T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6. 11th one. Suppose 3 bulbs are selected at random from a lot. Each bulb is tested and classified as defective and non-defective. Here defective is capital D and non-defective is capital N. Write the sample space for this experiment. 3 bulbs are to be selected at random from the lot. Each bulb in the lot is tested and classified as defective or non-defective. So sample space is, so triple D. Why triple D means we have to select 3 bulbs which is at random. So it could be 3 bulbs are defective, or either 1 is non-defective, or 2 is non-defective and 1 is defective. Like that we have a sample space as triple D, DDN, DND, DNN, NDD, NDN, NND and triple N. Then 12th one is, a coin is tossed. If the outcome is head, a die is thrown. If the dice shows up an even number, then the die is thrown again. What is the sample space? When a coin is tossed, the possible outcomes are head and tail. And for a die, we get a number 1 to 6. Sample space is S equal to T. If head, if outcome is a head, then we have to throw a die. Here the sample space we get tail, then H1. So here on the first toss we get head. So we have to throw a die. It may be like getting 1. So it is H1. Then it could be an odd numbers like H1, H3 and H5. The other possible number is the even number 2, 4, 6. If the head comes on the first toss and an even number comes at the second toss, then we have to throw a die again. So H2, which is the even number, so we are throwing a die again, which we can get 1 to 6. So we get H21, H22 till H2 6. And another even number like H4. So H412, H46, and another even number is H612, H66. Then 13th one, the numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4 are written separately on 4 slips of paper. The slips are put in a box and mixed thoroughly. A person draws 2 slips from the box, one after the other, without replacement. You have to describe the sample space for this experiment. If 1 appears on the first drawn slip, then the possibilities that the numbers appears on the second drawn slips are 2, 3 or 4. Similarly, 2 appears on the first, and then the possibilities others appears on the second drawn slip are 1, 3, 4. The same holds true for the remaining numbers too. So we get sample spaces 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3. So in this video we have discussed about some random experiment, outcomes and sample space, and some exercise problems to describe the sample space. So how to write the sample space for the given experiment. Thank you students.